What if I told you, beneath the busy streets of London, beneath the red buses, the footsteps, and the hum of the city, lies another world. A world carved in darkness. Of forgotten tunnels, silent chambers, and buried rivers still flowing beneath our feet. Down there, time stands still. You can still feel the echoes of Roman soldiers. The whispers of Victorian workers. The heartbeat of London during the Blitz. Hidden stations. Secret war rooms. Abandoned railways where no train runs anymore. They say London never sleeps, but deep below, another London never wakes. So next time you walk these streets, remember. You're not just walking through history. You're walking above it. This is Legends of Britain, where every street hides a story.
Our story begins almost 2 millennia ago, when the Romans first came to this mist-shrouded island in AD 43. They called their new settlement Londinium. Built along the River Thames, it quickly became one of the most important trading hubs in the empire's northern frontier. But building a city here was no easy task. The land was swampy, crossed by streams and marshes, prone to flooding and disease. So the Romans did what they did best: they engineered. They built walls, drainage ditches, and one of Britain's first underground sewer systems. Brick-lined tunnels beneath the city carried away waste, some of which still exist beneath Cornhill and Cheapside today. Archaeologists exploring those ancient sewers found coins, pottery, even the soles of Roman sandals, lost for nearly 2,000 years. Yet, it wasn't only Roman craftsmanship shaping the underground world. London's earliest secrets flowed naturally, its lost rivers. Names now forgotten by most. The Fleet, the Tyburn, the Walbrook, the Effra, the Westbourne. These rivers once carved valleys through the land, their waters sparkling in the sunlight, until the city grew over them, brick by brick. The Fleet River, once large enough for boats, now runs beneath Farringdon Road in an iron pipe. The Walbrook, which once flowed past temples and Roman forums, lies buried beneath the Bank of England. The Tyburn runs quietly under Buckingham Palace, its flow hidden beneath royal ground. London began as a city of rivers and tunnels. But as the centuries passed, the rivers were forced underground, and London's underworld was born.
By the 19th century, London had exploded into a metropolis. Millions of people crowded its narrow streets, but beneath them, chaos reigned. The hidden rivers had become open sewers. Waste poured into the Thames, turning the water black and foul. The stench was so bad that Parliament itself was forced to close its doors in the summer of 1858, an event forever known as the Great Stink. Something had to be done. Enter Sir Joseph Bazalgette, the engineer who would reshape London beneath the ground. He designed over 1,300 miles of sewers, a vast underground labyrinth that saved the city from disease and disaster. Massive brick tunnels, some big enough to drive carriages through, snaked beneath every street. These sewers still form the backbone of London's drainage system today, a Victorian marvel hidden from sight. But Bazalgette's world wasn't the only one growing underground. In 1863, another revolution began, the London Underground. The world's first subterranean railway. Steam trains roared through smoky tunnels under the city, a feat so daring, some Victorians thought it unnatural. They called it the railway to hell. Within decades, London became a maze of tunnels, for sewers, for trains, for telegraph cables, for mail. By the late 1800s, beneath the city lay an invisible kingdom, one built on iron, brick, and ambition. Then came the war. In 1939, as bombs began to fall from the sky, London turned once more to its underground world for salvation. The tube tunnels, built for travel, became sanctuaries. During the Blitz, thousands of families huddled together in the darkness, sheltering from the German bombs that thundered above. They sang songs, told stories, and prayed, deep beneath the ground. Photographs from the time show platforms lined with sleeping children, their faces peaceful despite the chaos overhead. But there were secrets below too. Hidden rooms and passageways beneath Whitehall became Churchill's cabinet war rooms, where the Prime Minister directed Britain's defense against Hitler. Far below ground, typewriters clacked, telephones rang, and history was written in whispers. Elsewhere, secret tunnels connected government buildings, allowing officials to move unseen. The Post Office Railway, a driverless train system running beneath London since 1927, was used to transport messages and vital supplies across the city during wartime blackouts. And then there were the deep-level shelters, vast cylindrical tunnels built to protect up to 8,000 people each. Some still exist today, hidden behind anonymous doors in Clapham, Stockwell, and Goodge Street. When the bombs stopped falling, these tunnels were sealed, forgotten, but they remain, silent and untouched, reminders of when London truly lived beneath itself. The war ended, but London's underground world did not rest. In fact, it became even more mysterious. Beneath the modern underground system lie dozens of abandoned stations, ghost stations, sealed off and lost to time. Take Aldwych, closed in 1994. Its tiled platforms and dusty escalators still stand frozen in time, used today only for film shoots and training exercises. Or Down Street, once a stop on the Piccadilly line, later transformed into a secret wartime bunker where Winston Churchill briefly took refuge. Then there's British Museum Station, closed in 1933 and rumored to be haunted by the ghost of an Egyptian princess whose mummy once rested in the museum above. Though the stories are myths, the tunnels are real, untouched, echoing, silent. And not all tunnels were for trains. Beneath High Holborn lies a secret government network known as Kingsway Telephone Exchange, built during the Cold War to survive a nuclear blast. Within it, offices, dormitories, and even a bar for workers who might have had to live underground for weeks. There's also the Mail Rail, the tiny electric railway that carried letters under the city for nearly 80 years, rediscovered and reopened as a museum in 2017. Each layer tells a story. Each tunnel has a purpose. And together, they form a shadow city, a London below London.
Today, London continues to dig deeper. The Crossrail project, now the Elizabeth Line, added over 26 miles of new tunnel beneath the capital, connecting east to west with precision engineering unimaginable to the Romans who first built here. But as we carve new paths through the earth, we still uncover the old. Construction teams have found Roman skulls, medieval wells, and plague pits filled with thousands of victims from the Black Death. At Aldgate, workers unearthed bones dating back to the 14th century. At Farringdon, traces of the lost river fleet reappeared, still flowing beneath steel and stone. Even now, scientists and historians are mapping the city's hidden rivers using radar, tracing the watery ghosts that continue to shape London's foundations. And there are still mysteries left unexplored. Sealed chambers, forgotten vaults, and tunnels marked simply no access on city blueprints. Every decade, a new discovery reminds us how much remains buried, how much we've built on the bones of history.
Beneath London's shining skyline lies its shadow, a mirror image of the city above, made of brick, darkness, and memory. It's a reminder that history never disappears, it just sinks deeper. From Roman sewers to Victorian tunnels, from wartime bunkers to Crossrail's modern veins, London has always lived two lives, one in the light, and one in the dark. The next time you stand on a busy London street, stop for a moment. Beneath your feet could be a lost river, a forgotten train line, or the echoes of voices that once sought shelter in the night. This is the hidden heartbeat of Britain's capital. This is Beneath the Streets Lies Another London. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to Legends of Britain, where every story hides another layer waiting to be uncovered.